The boy pointed his gun at the Soviet soldiers, yelling for them to leave. This was an orphanage, home to a group of children who had lost their parents to the war. After understanding the situation, the Soviet captain didn't order his men to fire. Instead, he quickly disarmed the boy. The captain was ordered to lead his small squad and stay at the orphanage, but there were only 8 of them. The next day, they discovered hundreds of German soldiers nearby. By the end of the war, no one really wanted to fight anymore, so both sides decided to negotiate. The boy acted as their interpreter. The German major refused to surrender to the Soviets. He would only surrender to the British. The boy deliberately told the Germans that the Soviet squad only had 8 men. Even though the numbers were so uneven, the major told the Soviet captain that they truly didn't want to fight anymore and advised him not to start trouble. But the Soviets still aimed their cannons at the German transport ship and opened fire. The major was furious. They had already said they didn't want to fight, yet the Soviets kept provoking them. Angry and frustrated, the major prepared to fight back until he saw the Soviets using the children as hostages. He had no choice but to give up the attack. When the boy realized that the Germans didn't fight back, he was furious. He went into his room, shouting and smashing things, calling them all cowards. Then one day, a radio broadcast announced that Germany had unconditionally surrendered. The Soviets cheered, firing their guns into the sky, celebrating the end of the war. But at that moment, a drunken Soviet officer arrived at the orphanage. He immediately set his eyes on a short-haired girl living there. To protect her, the captain confronted the officer and drove him and his men out of the orphanage. Not long after, the officer returned with reinforcements, accusing the soldiers at the orphanage of being traitors. He ordered that everyone inside be killed. As the Soviets advanced, the captain realized he was out of options. He told the boy to find the German major and take the children away from the orphanage. When the boy reached the Germans, he told them everything that had happened. Hearing this, the major immediately led his troops toward the orphanage to save the children. When the captain saw the Germans arrive, he was deeply moved. In that moment, they were no longer enemies, they were comrades. The captain saluted them with respect. Then they took the boy to the cellar, ready to face the Soviet attack. The next day, the battle was over. The boy looked around and saw the ground covered with the bodies of both Soviet and German soldiers. The major had died, and the captain was wounded, but not a single child from the orphanage was hurt.